Hello and welcome to the Non-League Podcast with myself, Lee Simons. And today I've got another special guest with me today. I've got the first team manager at Mundford FC, Harvey Walters. Harvey, how are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Lee. I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Good evening to you. So, how are you doing in isolation? Are you still working? Are you coping okay in this isolation period?
I certainly am. I run my own business, so the first 2 weeks were actually I enjoyed because I had 2 weeks off and nothing I could really do about it because all my customers were on lockdown as well. So since then I've been working, diversifying where I can to make ends meet. But it's tough. It's tough for everybody, and fair play to everybody out there, struggling away. But it's an unusual situation.
Yeah, definitely. So, what kind of business do you do, Harvey?
I run my own sign business.
Okay.
So I've been in business for 31 years, or however long it is. It seems forever.
Oh wow.
It's a good little business. It's only me. The missus is a secretary, so it's brought me a good living, and every day's a different day, and I've met some great people through it.
Which is a good
through running my business.
Which is a good thing, isn't it? Really, because you want to just be your own person. You want to do your own things, especially like myself, really, because I do laser tag up at Jimmy's Farm in Ipswich, and it's quite nice to just meet different people and just do what you want to do, which is great to see.
Yeah. I mean, most of my, the customers that I have over 30 years become your friends as well, and you end up going out for dinner with them, you go on holiday with some of them, and you become very good friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's every day is a different day, and I love it. I try not to work. Well, I don't work Saturdays and Sundays anymore because football takes over that. So I make sure that Saturdays are free. So it's all good. Good.
Definitely, or especially with the lockdown weather, has been quite nice to us as well. Only in the last couple of days, it's been pretty rubbish weather, but I kind of got used to it. Got to do bits and pieces in the garden and stuff like that. But doing your daily exercise as well. So it's not too bad at the moment.
No, we've been extremely lucky with the weather on the first 8-9 weeks. I think we're fantastic. I'm heavily into my road biking, so I was getting out on my road bike a lot.
Yeah,
and that was great because the roads were dead quiet. So that was good fun. So we've been blessed with the weather. I can't imagine what life would have been like if it had been pouring down the rain every day in lockdown. That would be an absolute test. So.
Yes, definitely it will be. So for people who are listening to the podcast, Harvey, can we just have a little bit of a background story into yourself and how you got started into football?
Well, I've been into football as a young kid and played a decent level, county level for a little while.
Yeah.
Most of my better football, if you like, was at college. We had some fantastic players back then, and then as I grew up, I got married young and had children, and I played for Mumford for a little while, and then the kids started to grow up, so the kids wanted to play football, and so you kind of naturally then progress into management of your kids' teams, and ever since then I've been involved in some sort of football, whether it be five-a-sides, running them, and whatever. We've been involved in football since.
Yeah, definitely. So whereabouts did you start? Well, what club did you start at playing football?
Crikey. Going back, can't remember actually. I've played so many places. Played a few clubs in Norwich, Mulbartons, and people like that years and years ago. And then moved because we got married quite young and had children quite young. I ended up moving back to Mumford because I'm from around this area, so and my business was all based in this area. So and then having young kids, I didn't really want to travel very far with football, so I just literally settled at Mumford and played for Mumford for a few years, and sort of finished here really as well. my career sort of finished at about mid 30s. I think a few broken bones and twisted ankles and so forth. So
yeah, fair enough.
Like I say, that was most of my football was a young man at college. Really, that's where I played the better football group.
Okay, so what college was that at?
I don't know what it's called now. It's King's Lynn College, Norcat, I think it was called back then. So
okay,
we got to the inter-schools championship finals at Tranmere, and we had some great players back then. Yeah, they were good players.
Who's the best player you played for at that stage?
A few boys. There was a guy, Darren Rolfe, who's actually my assistant now at Mumford, one of my assistants at Mumford. He went on to be a pro at Barnsley.
Okay.
Andy Hunt, he was another fantastic player who went on and played for, I think, West Brom and in the Prem, and so there was some fantastically talented players that went on and done great things. Some good lads about back then.
Sounds really good. So you came to have a decision that you needed to stop playing football and go into management, as you're saying about with your kids. What kind of age did you started to do your management skills? Should we say?
Junior level. Under sevens, under eights. You get so much reward out of it. Watching boys develop and trying to teach them the right way and express themselves. I was always one of them coaches back then that, if there was a lad that was going to do a step over or two, then I would encourage that.
Yeah.
And express themselves. Not take that out of, not take the footballer out of them.
Yeah.
And always applauded that. That was my sort of philosophy in coaching at a young. With young kids, is give them a ball and let them play.
Yeah, definitely. Because at that age, especially under sevens and under eights, you don't really. It's not really a matter about winning. It's about their enjoyment of football. It's getting out there playing football, as you were saying, like encourage them to do step overs or back heels and stuff like that. That's the encouragement. But in adult football, it's completely different, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, at junior level, you kind of want. You want them to express themselves, and I remember watching little Todd Campbell in the academy and watching this kid do stuff that you just thought, wow, don't ever take that away from him. And Todd's been lucky; he's kept that into his career now, and he does stuff now in the Prem that you think, wow, how did you do that? Well, I've seen him do that at 7 years old.
Oh wow!
So never take that away, and give them a ball and let them play, express themselves. Yeah,
definitely. As I was saying, it's not about the winning. It's all about the taking part, even if you lose or a draw. It's always their enjoyment. It's you want to see them, the boys or the girls, like progressing into the football, don't you?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on kids. Don't get me wrong. Those people who are listening who know me, I'm the world's worst loser. I hate losing anything. Anything at all. I like to win, but I like to try and win the right way. We had games this year where, we both teams played. When we played seams in all the games we played seams, both teams were brilliant footballing sides, and the games were ding dong. They were end to end, and it was a pleasure to be involved. And I know we came out on top in the games, but it was just a pleasure to stand on the sideline and be involved, because both teams were trying to do the right thing, which was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah,
be involved in.
Yeah, definitely, because I went to watch that game at the cup match at your place, and I was very entertained. Really, it had basically everything. Both teams wanted to play the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wanted to win. You wanted to win, which was great to see. But then you got the winner right at the end at the game, which is good to see. And of course, both teams had chances at the in stages of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we have a philosophy at Mumford that we do try and play the right way. We have a lovely pitch that we work really, really hard on. Yeah. We have some great people that do it, and you know, if you've got a good pitch to play on, then play on it. You know, keep the ball on the deck and keep it moving, and play through the middles, play through the middle boys, and you know, just try and play the right way, which is important.
So what was it? So when you started with Mumford, when did you start doing the adult game anyway? How many seasons have you been there?
Oh, crikey. I think I've been here, I think this is my 8th season or 7th. I'll probably get corrected on that. I'm not 100, I think it's probably 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
I came in, the club, when we first came in, the chairman rang me up and he said, could we go in and help, because the club was in a dire situation. You know, they were plummeting down the leagues. It was in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah,
didn't have much of a committee. You know, the 3 old boys that were kind of running the club were doing an amazing job, but they were literally fighting a losing battle. So I couldn't, because my youngest son Tom was in the academy, so I loved, you know, going to watch academy football. So I couldn't commit to being the gaffer at the time. Yeah. So I approached a friend of mine called Steve Gathercole and Mick Rumsey, who's my assistant now, and I said to them, look, why don't we all go in here as a 3? Steve be the gaffer, and we'll assist. I'll help where I can, and Mick will assist Steve. So basically, that's what we done. We had a great little side. The only thing that let us down the first year was, I think a lot of the boys were technically brilliant, but they didn't understand the physicality of men's football. Yes. And we lost games on the physical side of things. Yeah. The second year, things changed, and I believe it was the second year when Steve was in charge, and myself and Mick, we did the treble. You know, we won we had some great ding dongs with Stacey at East Harling. Yeah. In the League Cup, the League Cup and the Junior Cup at Carrow Road, and we won the league. So, you know, that was a fantastic season for the club, but because that put us into senior football from Div 2 to 1. And then really it's gone, and then Steve resigned the following year, and I basically got chucked into the mix. And, you know, I felt it was the right time to come in, and the progression was there. The club was going forward, and, you know, I wanted to be part of it, really. You know, when you're passionate about something, you've done good things, you want to keep it going. So.
Yeah, definitely, especially at Mumford, where you've got the academy going as well, which is good to see. You know, reserves, and of course the first team. You know, that's what you want to do. You want to progress, especially where you finished off in last season. You were second with a game. Was it a game in front of Waverley? I think it was, and with only 1 point behind.
I think we were a point behind. I think Waverley had a game on us, but we hadn't played Waverley home or away. No. And we were in the semi-final of the Mumford Cup as well. So, you know, it is what it is. When Anglian Common or Norfolk FA made the decision to null and void the season, I 100% backed it. I put a tweet out there saying, look, I think it's the right thing to do. And we were, you know, on the verge of doing good things. But I still thought safety is much more important than the game of football at that time.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll stand by that, you know.
Yeah, you definitely had like a good run in the Norfolk Cup as well, because you played Dereham Town, didn't you, as well? Which was that was good to see.
We had a hell of a run in that. That was great. I love it. You know, I do love a good cup run, and I know the boys at Dereham and they run that, and you know, John when John was at Dis, you know, we went into them games knowing that we had a chance of winning. We didn't go there just for a game of football. We wanted, you know, we prepared weeks in advance for the disc game. We went through things in training that we wanted to take into the game. Yeah. So, you know, we do our research as best we can. And you know, we've got a fantastic group of boys that we've put together. Yeah. A lot of the boys, you know, have either played academy football, have either played at senior level for a lot of years, and you know, we give that was a good night for the club, you know. And the Dereham game, the Durham game was fantastic. I loved every second of that. I know we lost. We lost to a penalty.
Yeah.
But we took Durham. We gave Durham a good game. And I know Ollie was kind of very, very complimentary afterwards. And I take a lot of credit out of that. Like you said earlier, sometimes it's not about winning. We came out of that game with a lot of credit as a footballing side. And to be honest with you, as a manager and as a coach, that's exactly what you want.
Definitely, even if you just lose by the odd goal, because you play like a higher team in the period, you always have to take credit where credit is due, really, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we didn't go into any of them games. We don't go into any game just there to take part. We want to win every game. If it means going to Durham and playing ugly, we'll try and play ugly. But we decided when we knew we were playing Durham, we decided that we would go there and try and play football and get the ball down and play. And that's, Durham are a brilliant side. And Dis were as well, But I think with Durham, we kind of matched the way they wanted to play as well. So it was an end-to-end game. It was ding-dong. It was... And like I said, I know we lost the game, but there was no hard feelings. Durham won the game, and deservedly so.
Yeah, how was that pre-season going into last season, going into like the season before? How was it? Getting the players on board, wanting to get the main game was probably getting promotion to the third O none. I take it.
Yeah, I mean, we have ambitions. I did say when I first came involved with Mumford, I'd like to, within 4 or 5 years, get Mumford into the third O none.
Yeah.
And I think that's achievable apart from the fact of the facilities. We've got one of the best pitches in East Anglia. I think it's such a nice place. The only thing that lets us down is the change in facilities. Although we are in talks with the cricket club about building new changing rooms.
Brilliant.
Again, that will come down to funding, and whether we can achieve that is money's money. It's hard to come by nowadays, especially in this current climate.
Yeah, definitely.
We've had meetings with Thurlow Nunn. They've told us what we'd need to improve on, and that's something that we would like to certainly challenge ourselves to go up. The boys that we've got, there isn't one of my squad players at the moment who I would think would need to be replaced. There's not one of them. Most of them have played in the Thurlow Nunn. Some have played at Durham. Some have played, Thurlow Nunn anyhow. So that doesn't scare us, the fact of going up. That's a challenge that we all want at Mumford.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just going to be, can we approach the financial side of it and make it work that way? That's the only thing that's holding us back. It's not the players or the pitch. It's everything else that goes with it.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the funding, and of course these days at the moment we don't know when the next season's going to start, do we?
No, everybody's in the same. I spoke to Cedric Antolan at Norwich United and quite a bit about other things, and we're all in the dark. There's no, and I think that's the hardest thing from our point of view, is that we don't know what to tell our players. We can't arrange friendlies, we can't arrange training sessions, although now we can do this training with 5 and a coach and that. But social distancing is a very hard thing to achieve. In training, so we're kind of we're all sort of leading each other. There's nobody really knows what the hell's going on, and that's nobody's fault. We're in a pandemic, so it's a difficult one. And social distancing, I can't personally see how we can go much further forward. Playing football, social distancing is not going to happen. So I don't know what the right answer is, and that's nobody's fault. It's just what it is.
Definitely, because I bet it is kind of strange for yourself, really. You, of course, you speak to your players probably on a daily basis. You speak to the committee and everything else at Mumford. You just don't know when when it's going to start again. You know, it's kind of hard times for everyone at the moment. But you know, I think we all.
Well, we have our committee meetings on Zoom.
Yep.
Which has been entertaining. Last night we had our presentation night, if you like, on Zoom, and all the players came in, and we can't award physically something, but we went through player and all that, and then after the presentation night part of it, if you like, we had a discussion about going forward, you know, about training and about and there's mixed feelings, you know. We've got some guys who have young wives who are pregnant, so they're nervous about social distancing, and which is 100% back. You know, I wouldn't want any lads to come back if they're not happy.
Yeah.
So it's you know, you got some lads who are itching to get back and want to do extra stuff, and then you got some guys who are saying, well, you know, let's just hang out. You know, so we've kind of decided to wait until early July and then assess it again then, and see how we can go forward. And I think Mick, my assistant, is going to research into social distance training, and you know, try and come up with something that we can keep everybody happy.
Yeah, definitely. Because at the moment, I think it's like 5 players plus a coach at the moment. But you know, it's not the same really when you want the whole team there or the whole squad there. It's kind of a bit different, isn't it? You know, you want them to be there, everyone ready to be involved.
Of course you do, You know, I said this to the lads last night. There's nothing more that I'd like than to say to them, right, we're starting training the first week in July, and we'll be doing the bleep test to see who's fit. You know, like we've done in years gone by, and we've had, you know, I think last season we had nearly 60 players turn up to the first night in pre-season.
Wow.
How the hell do you do a social distancing with 60 players? You can't. You're not physically going to be able to do it safely.
No, definitely
so
not.
My opinion is you can't do it. It's just not safe, and that's paramount at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, because you do have quite a good relationship with your players as well. Because you do have like one-to-one meetings with them on a monthly basis.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing is at Mumford, I'm passionate with the side of mental health side of thing with young lads in sport, in football particularly. You know, we've had maybe 4 or 5 lads in the last 2 years that have really struggled with certain things in life, and you know, I have a player meeting. We call it a 2-minute player meeting, and I draw them in one at a time in a training session, and some meetings last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Some meetings last 10 minutes. It's all confidential. If they need help, then I'll try and get them help. One of my friends, you know, Cedric Anselan, he's been amazing, and he did an evening down at Mumford for us, and that was such a powerful evening. And so I'm passionate about the mental health side of things with these young lads as well, because life's tough enough as it is.
Yeah.
And if we can help in any way with, you know, the day stresses of life, then we will, and we'll get them help where we can.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's a big thing for me over here.
Yeah, definitely. That is one of the main things, isn't it, about footballers? And you know, at these circumstances at the moment, you know, you just want to have someone to talk to. You know, even if it is like 30 seconds, 10 minutes, whatever it is. You know, at least your door is always open, and you know you can talk to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, what you've got to remember is football should be an outlet of fun, and on a Saturday you should be able to turn up and see your mates, and you know, a social event. You know, everybody's got to work in the week, and football should be part of your life that you love, and the daily stresses of life and family and everything. You know, you don't want football to be a burden. You want football to be, you know, the fun part on the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. So, Harvey, what has been your achievement so far as a manager at Mumford?
Getting into the Prem is a massive thing.
Yeah.
You know, and we came second in the league that year behind a very, very good UEA side that they deservedly went up as champions.
Yeah.
We just weren't quite consistent enough to that was close all the way, but they thoroughly deserved it in the end. Just trying to play the right. I wouldn't say I've got one highlight. I just the games, like I said earlier, the games we played Seams and when we played Holstons and people like that, it's just a buzz to watch your boys try and play the right way. And I guess I would say my highlights are the game. I don't like winning games 8-9, 10-0. That just doesn't. The football goes out the window then.
Yeah.
I like the games where it's tight, it's 0-0, and even if you lose a game 1-0 and you've played well and you've lost it at the end or something, it's a game of football at the end of the day, and it's as long as you've entertained the people that come down and watch you, and you get good vibe at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I think that's more important. We've got bigger things in our lives to worry about than winning and losing a game of football.
Yeah, definitely. Because when I went to your game against Seams, I think we had about 40, 50 people watching the game. I thought that was quite incredible, really, to watch it, for free, basically, and it was an entertaining game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, But going back to when I started to watch non-league football a couple of years ago, there wasn't really much going on like in social media sites. There was no highlights or anything going on for the players to look back or the managers look back. So I decided in my wisdom to take some highlights. And one of the goals actually got 5,000 to 6,000 views. It was incredible. But since that time now, I think there's more and more people getting involved in doing it, and which is great to see. I don't know what your take about it is, Harvey. Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing that people are doing this?
Oh no, it's brilliant. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, not being funny, but even little things like, we had a 15-year-old kid who was right into his photography, and he asked if he could come down and take photographs of the lads. And that's what his career is, what he wants to make his career. And everybody loves it. If you've got something to keep, or there's a photograph on Twitter or Facebook, there's a photograph of Mumford boys playing football, then 100%. And it also highlights your club as well, plus that keeps your sponsors happy if there's a logo on the front of the shirt and the sponsor's giving you a few grand for they get a little something back. So 100%. All the social media stuff is huge, and we always try. I mean, Mumford has Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we're always trying to put stuff on there and keep people happy. But 100%. I think that's great. I mean, I would love to have my games filmed every week and watch them back, but finding a body to do that is very difficult.
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite nice doing talking to yourself, Harvey, and the other podcasters. What I've had since I started only 4 weeks ago, which is incredible. I've done 38 podcasts, I think now, and every single one has been brilliant to talk about the different backgrounds and everything else, which is really good to see.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you can highlight or promote your club in any way, it's a good thing. We're very lucky that with the people we've got here, the ground staff and people like that. I mean, we're very much a family-run club as well. There's lots of people who get on with each other. I mean, my missus does the raffle at half time. My mother works in the tea hut.
Well,
it's you kind of feel obliged. There's so many people involved in the club, and you feel responsible to give them something to do on a Saturday as well.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. Because going to the 309 Premier Division, the grounds, I even see the younger kids, they come in with with the replica shirts on, the scarves on, the hats on. Even if they got a picture or a camera, and even taking photos and then post it on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, which is really good to see. And I see, like, when we had that Vars Cup game against Wroxham and Stonemarket, there was over 1,000 fans there, which is incredible to see, especially at our level, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we did last season, we did a match day mascot experience kind of thing, and I know a lot of people will laugh at it, but I tell you, we had 4-year-olds up to 8-10-year-olds, and we didn't charge anybody any money. It was just turn up, have a warm up with the goalkeeper, walk down with the captain, walk onto the glebe with the captain, have a kickabout, and have a few photographs taken with some players. And I know it's only little Mumford, but I tell you, those little kids and the parents absolutely loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
We didn't, like I say, we didn't charge anybody any money. It was just a match day experience for a young kid. And if he supports Mumford in the future, or if he comes and plays for Mumford, then hey, worth it.
That's the beauty, isn't it? Really, because that's what you want. You want the next generation to come and support Mumford as best they can, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're very lucky. We've got a really good youth set up. Really, for a village side, we have under 11s, 14s, under 15s, and last year we started an under 18s.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is massive, and to have that is great, because there's some great kids about. And if they come into the first team, or we also like to push boys. If a higher up club comes in for a player, then shake a hand and wish them all the best.
Yeah. Yeah, because the under 18s, they did pretty well last season. They got to the cup final at, of course, Thetford Town. Of course, only lost on penalties. I thought that game was incredible. The young kids there, that they played the football the right way. Both teams played really well.
Yeah, and most of the Mumford players are actually, a year younger than the under 18s that they're playing against. So, that was a big credit to them all. And there are some fantastic little lads in there as well. There's going to be one or two will be pushing first team this year probably.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have like a reserves team, or do they just go straight into the first team?
No, we had a reserves last year. Unfortunately, that didn't go as well as we hoped. But they survived, which is the main thing. I think the reserve team manager at any club is the hardest job in the club. Yeah. Because the first team obviously takes priority, and there was times last year. I mean, I remember going to Caister away, and I had 7 boys out, and so we had to steal 2 or 3 reserve players, and they did really, really well. But unfortunately, it then leaves the reserves really short. So we've got a new reserve team manager coming in this year, and hopefully things will. We don't like to have 2 clubs or 2 teams. It's one club and 2 teams that work together. First team players that get rested down to the reserves play, and vice versa. They come up, and we all like to train together. Yeah. So everybody gets to know each other. So yeah. Well, at the moment, it's looking very, very healthy. We've even got a vets team come back.
Oh wow.
Which is lovely to have. So
it's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Especially when you got clubs around here, like they wanted to do the first team, they wanted to do the reserves team, under 18s. Of course, the ladies teams are coming up, which is really good to see, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we had the facilities here, and unfortunately, it's all down to location, if you like. We haven't got enough room for. I mean, our training week is basically, I think, as a team train on a Tuesday, first team boys train on a Wednesday. Yeah. And we have under 15s train on a Wednesday earlier, and then on the Thursday night we have all the kids train.
Okay, yeah.
So you have like 60 or 70 kids on a Thursday night. Well, it's logistics nightmare, and you just can't have another team. We just haven't got the room. Yeah. But that, anything like that is great.
That's good. So, Harvey, what is your plans for next season? I know we've already mentioned it, but what is your plans for next season anyway?
If we play.
If we play, yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, is to compete. I think to go Thurlow Nunn, if the facility's in the right place, you have to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, we're going in it to win it, as we do every year in the league, and there's some fantastic sides in the league. It's a very, very tough league as well, I believe. I think it's it's a really good standard all the way down. There's no easy game in the Prem. Very physical league as well, and we've kind of matched that. Not many teams now come and bully us like we used to have in the past, which is important. So, yeah, I mean, ambitions, have a good cup run.
Yep.
Senior Cup, I love the Senior Cup, and have a good cup run in the Mumford Cup and do well in the league. Finish as high as we can, and, but the main thing is, from my point of view, is enjoy it, play with a smile. I think a lot of kids come to Mumford because whether they've been at higher clubs and haven't enjoyed it, been messed about a bit, I don't know. But we try and have fun training sessions, although we work hard, and also try and play the right way, which is important.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Harvey, I do wish you and your boys all the best for next season, whenever that will be. And hopefully I'll come down and support you next season like I did last season. So hopefully I'll come down and have a chat with you
more than welcome.
Face to face.
More than welcome, anytime. Yeah, more than welcome, anytime. Come and have a coffee in the tea hut. Bring your £1 and spend it.
I will do. But Harvey, thanks very much for joining me on the podcast. It has been great talking to you.
Thanks, Lee. All the best.
Yeah, you too. So for people who are listening to the podcast, thank you very much, and I will see you on the next one. But for now, see you later. Bye-bye now.